want to watch
Well,
some of this stuff about the hurricane. Because this hurricane's going crazy right now. Me and my mom were talking about it. And it's crazy. The stuff they're saying about it. My mom was like getting like videos on TikTok and all that shit. She was like, "Have you seen all this? Like whatever." I'm like, "No, I haven't seen shit." And she showed me like 1 or 2 videos of footage of the hurricane. And I was like, you know what? Like I'm gonna fucking watch some of this shit on stream. So I want to watch some of these.
Hurricane Milton has the potential to be a hugely powerful storm, and right now it is barreling towards the Gulf
It's
Coast
Category
of Florida.
5 now.
People in low-lying areas have been told to get out now. CTV's Joy Malbon takes us through the warnings and the worries for residents. Joy.
Sandy, this storm is being described as catastrophic, historic. Even Tampa's mayor is telling residents evacuate or you will die.
Oh.
It's a monster, the strongest hurricane in the Gulf in nearly 2 decades. And
you gonna die, bitch.
Aren't mincing words.
I can say without any dramatization.
And they just got hit too. Like that's all shit from the last hurricane. That's gonna get sent flying.
Aren't mincing words.
Damn.
I can say without any dramatization whatsoever, if you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're going to die.
On the heels of Hurricane...
Yo, Yo! Pause. Hold up, lady.
I can say without any dramatization whatsoever, if you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're going to die.
Damn. She just said it like that. She really just said it like that.
On the heels of Hurricane Helene.
Look at that, man. And this is all about to get swept up all over again. It's about to get thrown all over the fucking place.
Piles of debris still litter neighborhoods. And once again, Florida is preparing for the worst. The interstate bumper to bumper, more than 1 million people ordered to leave as Hurricane Milton barrels towards Tampa that hasn't been hit since the 1920s.
This could be the worst storm to hit Florida in over a century.
Over a century. 100 years.
It's looking like right now.
President Joe Biden canceled his trip to oversee the disaster as officials warn of catastrophic hurricane force winds and a storm surge.
Wait, he's going to oversee the disaster? He probably couldn't even pick up this beach chair. Huh?
Nearly 5 meters high. And making it all the more dangerous, a mountain of debris from meters high. And
yo, the poor cat house. Where's the kitty gonna stay now? Also, I've had this rocking chair in one of my houses before. Like my grandma had this rocking chair. I swear to God.
Making it all the more dangerous, a mountain of debris from Hurricane Helene could become flying hazards.
Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of it's metal, wood, stuff like that. Like it's gonna splinter, it's gonna slice, it's gonna fucking puncture. Like it's a big problem. This is the biggest problem of the hurricane hitting. There's all this shit outside.
This is Canadian Mark Taylor's neighborhood, cleaning up as best they could before evacuating for a 3rd time in as many years.
It's not just a lawn chair here and a lawnmower there. There's like thousands and thousands of pounds of stuff that is either going to go flying through the air or is going to choke up the sewers.
While they wait, from
Probably
space,
both.
You can see Milton has exploded in strength, fueled by climate change and warm water. It's now one of the most powerful storms ever recorded in the Atlantic, shaking this meteorologist while on air.
It's just an incredible, incredible, incredible hurricane. I apologize. This is just horrific.
President Joe Biden has approved more disaster assistance for Florida with about 1,000 federal workers on the ground. The governor says time is running out and to get out now. Sandy?
All right, Joy. Let's hear what CTV meteorologist Kaylin Mitchell has to say about Milton's trajectory. Kaylin.
Yeah, what are we talking about here?
Thank you, Sandy. Hurricane Milton will approach Florida as a Category 4, becoming a very strong Category 3.
Yeah, so this changed now. So we're at Category 5. So this is a 5 now. Because it got upgraded.
hurricane. The landfall looking increasingly likely to take place either late Wednesday night or in the very early morning hours of Thursday, with the landfall point being in the vicinity of or just to the south of Tampa. The storm will then maintain hurricane strength as it crosses that state and gets back out over the Atlantic Ocean. Now, the size of the storm is getting bigger, and that means that the tropical storm force, hurricane force winds will be developing long before the landfall actually takes place. Those type of winds will be developing through Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, with the very strongest of the hurricane force winds expected to be.
So, what? It's supposed to hit them tomorrow? Late tomorrow or early today? What day is it today? It's Tuesday, right? No, it's Wednesday today. Yeah, so he's saying it's supposed to hit them tonight.
We felt just to the south of the landfall point. Winds with a storm this strong will cause extensive damage to utility infrastructure, lead to tree and branch fall. Some of the storm surge around coastal areas from Tampa just down towards the south could be in excess of 2.7 meters. That's over 8 feet. And there will be heavy inland rain. Tampa to Orlando towards the north. Some of the rainfall amounts could be 400 to 450 millimeters. Historically, it is the water hazards that create the most fatalities with these storms. Sandy.
Okay, Kaylin, thank you.
I've got to be honest.
8 feet of water. Yeah, I do. I really want to watch that video. I'll watch that after, though.
A mass
I love his videos.
exodus continues out of the Tampa area tonight, where residents have been given a dire
I just want to watch a
warning,
few of these
leave
quick.
or die. Lee Waldman joins us on the ground. And Lee, time is running out
What's going
to
on
escape
here?
Hurricane Milton.
Look at all this trash still
Time is running
everywhere.
out to escape Hurricane Milton, and those efforts are being complicated by debris left in those neighborhoods. You can see the debris left from Hurricane
Look at this.
Helene.
Fuck. Yo, how many dressers do you fucking have in there? That's part of your roof, my guy. What?
Neighborhoods here in Tampa. We were riding along with
bad,
a debris cleanup company.
This is all going to get thrown everywhere.
Earlier today, and they said between yesterday and today, they
They're gonna get
cleaned
thrown
up
through
over
windows,
100
doors,
tons
walls.
of debris.
They're
People
gonna land on top of
their homes
cars
before they headed out of town, trying to escape the power of Hurricane Milton.
If you choose to stay, you're staying at your own risk.
That's a huge risk with monstrous Hurricane Milton on
What's
track
it doing
to
in the
deliver
middle?
a storm surge, more than double what Helene wrought on Florida's Gulf Coast less than 2 weeks ago. Tampa, Florida is a possible landfall site. That city's mayor even more blunt regarding the danger.
If you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're going to die.
This Tampa resident is one of
crazy.
thousands heeding that advice. He's bugging out of Tampa with his wife on their 46th wedding anniversary.
What God will give us, we will accept it and always go to the safe place you can go.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Also critical.
You know what? You leave your homes. A house isn't worth this. A house isn't worth your life. A house isn't worth anything. It's property. You can get more property. You can't get more life. Like, fuck.
Out debris.
You can always rebuild.
By Helene.
All hands on deck, trying to help out the city as much as we can before the big storm comes.
This moving company is one of many being commissioned by local officials to work the coastal areas around the clock.
We hauled close to 100 tons of debris
100
just yesterday alone.
But soon these crews will have to stop helping others and save themselves.
This storm's going to be different. If you're in an evacuation zone, please get out.
And if there's any doubt, veteran Florida meteorologist John Morales may offer some clarity.
It has dropped 50 millibars in 10 hours. I apologize. This is just horrific.
Which is not good. Look at what the fuck is going on in the middle of that.
Horrific.
That fear and
Yo, it looks like an ice cream, like some kind of coffee whisk or ice cream machine, or it looks like there's a giant blade going in the middle there.
That fear in his voice was echoed in the voices of so many other longtime Tampa residents who told us they have never evacuated before. But for this storm, they are getting out of here because they're simply scared of the water that Hurricane Milton is expected to bring.
And yet, Lee, not everyone is choosing to leave. What have you heard or seen from those who are choosing to stay behind?
Well, luckily, the majority of people that we have talked to have told us that they are. Even the ones who've said that they're not. They haven't left prior to other storms. They're saying that they're leaving. People are really boarding up their homes here in Tampa. Every single person we talked to has said they are getting out of here. Now,
you can't be fucking around with this shit.
Decided that they are going to stay. They are getting dire warnings from officials here saying that if you stay, you are staying at your own risk, and it's a life-threatening risk. That's why you need to write your information in a Sharpie on your arm so that you can be identified later on once first responders can safely get to you after this storm.
Yeah, so I was actually just about to fucking say this, man. They're telling you to write your shit on yourself so that you can be later identified when you're fucking dead. That's crazy.
Storm has passed.
Okay, Lee, thank
That's
you.
so
And you stay
crazy,
safe
man.
out there yourself. That is CNN's Lee Waldman in Tampa.
Crazy.
Well, Hurricane Milton has the potential to be a huge...
I'm gonna watch this one. This one's, I think, the most recent one. 5 hours ago.
Millions of Floridians are preparing
7 hours ago. Yeah, okay, so this is the most recent one. So I'm gonna watch this one. This is gonna be the last one I'm gonna watch. Storm surge of up to 5
Heading
meters.
into the storm, hurricane chasers trying to get a
Wait,
better
is that
sense
more?
of...
'Cause I think... Yeah. Tampa was supposed to get 2.7 meter storm surge. It, like, doubled?
Milton's path. Also feeling a bit of its power.
Grab my phone real quick.
Churning across the Gulf of Mexico, Milton briefly down
Is
to a
that the
Category
storm?
4, then back to a 5, bearing
Yeah,
down
see?
on Florida's Gulf Coast, where millions of residents are on the move. In a place where hurricane warnings are part of life,
That's
many
crazy.
say this feels different.
I've ridden out all the storms. This would be the first one I'm leaving for.
After striking Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula,
crazy.
Milton is poised to broadside Florida's shallow Gulf Coast waters, with surges up to 5 meters.
5 meters.
Tampa
Yeah,
may
man,
be
he was
hit
churning
worse.
For 4
I
hours.
can say without
Oh, yeah,
any
man. It's not too much.
dramatization whatsoever, if you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're going
About to hop off pretty
The
soon,
president
though.
says the U.S. government
well, yeah,
is
it's not too
bracing
bad.
for catastrophe.
This could be the worst storm to hit Florida in over a century.
Bro, I have a...
And God willing, it won't be.
Just 2 weeks ago, Helene
KW?
tore through Florida and 5 other states, killing more than
But
230
yes, I've been
people.
streaming for 4 hours, KW.
The
And,
average height
I'm not
of
even gonna
surge
fucking
for
try.
Hurricane Helene that
This video
Jix 'em.
posted
That's what
by
you're
the
gonna be.
National Weather Service warning how much higher Milton's surge may be.
No way. That's where Milton's gonna be? Hold on. I was
we
AFK.
have the average height of surge for Hurricane Helene that
This video posted by the National Weather Service warning how much higher Milton's surge may be.
that's the height of most people's ceilings.
Strewn along Milton's path,
But was the green... what? Okay.
Helene's debris.
I think the purple one was Milton.
And fears it will all get whipped back up again.
All this is going to be pretty much missiles coming through. If it's the amount of wind that's going through with this hurricane coming in, it's going to... I'm not staying for this one.
Milton is unique.
Yeah, dude,
warmer
I have
than
like
normal.
a 30-hour stream, though, so it's like... Yeah, 4 hours is
Water
really
in the
not that
Gulf of
bad.
Mexico is fueling it.
I think it's like 30
While
hours.
it hasn't met outside winds that often weaken hurricanes.
I know it's a lot.
In this case, it was extreme rapid intensification, one of the fastest rates of turning into a Category 5 from a tropical storm that we've ever seen in human history.
Shelters are being set
Damn.
up. That's a major league ballpark. As people further inland, shelters are being set up. That's a
Holy shit, you could fit the fucking army in there. Oh my god. That literally looks like an army camp. That's insane. Why is it in a stadium? I hope it has a roof. I really hope it has a roof.
major league ballpark. As people further inland stock up. All is getting out gets harder. There's a run on fuel. Airports in Tampa and Orlando are closed. The governor warning most of Florida will feel this.
There's going to be impacts far beyond wherever the eye of the storm is.
Milton is expected to slow as it makes landfall. However, as it crosses Florida, it's also expected to maintain hurricane force.
Bro, that's crazy. Like, what is going on with this little fucking thing in the middle?
As it
Watch this
crosses
thing.
Florida, it's also expected to
It
maintain
literally looks like a
hurricane
turbine
force.
blade.
Landfall. However, as it crosses Florida, it's also expected to maintain hurricane force.
That's not okay,
Cameron
dude.
McIntosh,
That's got to be water getting sucked up in there.
CBC News, Winnipeg.
CBC News meteorologist Ryan Snodden
Imagine
joins
being
us
right there.
from Halifax. So Ryan, very clearly as Milton gets closer, we're getting this better sense of what it will bring.
Yeah, that's right, Adrian. And, you know, Florida is no stranger to tropical storms and hurricanes, but Milton is different. And really the trajectory is the biggest thing that stands out with this storm. Not a side swipe. This is going to hit broadside on the Gulf Coast. That is rare. And
I thought it was supposed to hit at a 4 or a 5. Maybe it's still on track to hit at 3.
Side, but hitting likely as a very strong Category 3 storm Wednesday night into Thursday.
Okay, so Wednesday night into Thursday. So literally this night into tomorrow is when this storm's fucking hitting. God damn.
That wall of water is going to be pushed in and along that Gulf Coast. Storm surge is going to be a big story, like it was with...
Holy 4+ meters, all from Bayonet Point to Point Charlotte. Port Charlotte. Doy, not Point. That is crazy. Plus 4 meters on the side here. That's crazy, man.
The Tampa Bay area, 3 to 5 meters. That's 10 to 15 feet of water. All into those little bays and inlets. This is going to be devastating. The winds also are going to be so impactful. Widespread gusts here. Hurricane force, including for Orlando. But Tampa, Sarasota, Fort Myers, 175 kilometer per hour winds.
Hopefully the Disney park is okay.
Or more. Major hurricane winds, obviously major damage. And then there's the flash flood risk and, you know, widespread.
Guys, I don't think Disneyland is going to be okay. I really don't.
100 to 300 millimeters of rain, up to 450 millimeters locally. With all that debris, it's going to be awfully difficult for that water to get away. Adrian.
All right, Ryan Snodden in Halifax. Thank you.
That is crazy, man. I really hope people are okay.
Millions of Floridians.
I really hope people end up okay with that stuff because, holy, is it ever a scary thing? And probably so sad for these people too. Like, a lot of these people probably spend their whole lives in these houses. They grow up, they have kids in these houses. You know, whatever the case may be. And it's so terrible to see all of these people.
Well,
like all of these people, you don't know the stories that these people have, you know, what their background is or what they've been through. You don't know what they're leaving or what they're going to, and that's kind of the craziest thing. I mean, these people have so much life in Florida. They have so much of their life, so much history in Florida, most likely, anyways. And they have to leave, never look back, never go back until they're allowed, and just hope that they can even find some things that they're looking for. I mean, it could throw their shit across Florida. It could throw it in the ocean. Like, people could lose so much in this whole thing. And it's terrible. I really hope and wish the best for these people. Again, it's fucking terrible. And that's what we get. That's what we get with climate change. And with fucking our planet. That's what we get. It's pretty sad, but that's what it is.